Let's stay in the Middle East for a minute. Just stay with me. Don't run away. There's nothing going on with Dancing with the Stars or any of these other shows on television, the mindless stuff with Jersey Shore or the Desperate Housewives or Sister Wives or whatever else is going on. But we got to stay with the Middle East because Bible prophecy is happening right now. Are you right? Are you serious? What? Stay with me. Get your coffee, get a Bible. I've got a lot of headlines you need to know. And don't miss my radio show. It's on every day on Liberty Broadcasting Network from 12 noon to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget the revival that we're holding, the Harvest Revival from the cornfields of Indiana at the church where I'm pastor with my father. It's Community Gospel Baptist Church. That's Community Gospel Baptist Church. We're located in Knox, Indiana, in the cornfields of Indiana. November 18, 19, and 20, we're going to have a Harvest Revival. Country gospel artist and songwriter Kevin Wilson will be performing all three services from London, Kentucky, bringing his full band. Also, Pastor Kevin Copley is going to show up. He's out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And our praise and worship team, led by Doug Trusty, is powerful. Oh, they're awesome. I'll be preaching every service on the apocalyptic signs of the end of times. You don't want to miss it. There's no way you want to miss it. People are already coming from Florida and Texas, California, Toronto, Canada, New York, Connecticut, Minnesota, Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, Kentucky, several parts of Indiana. I don't know where they're all coming. Maybe, I think North and South Carolina. I don't even know. Are you? Feel free. Make a point. You got time. Get it done. This is the day of the end time harvest. If you don't believe me, if you watched my last video where the destruction of Damascus is imminent as President Assad starts to plant landmines along the edges of Damascus, in the city of Damascus, trying to protect himself from the borders of Lebanon. Turkey wants a destruction of Syria's President Assad. And the NATO alliances, which would be the United States, Great Britain, Canada, France, Australia, even Romania. These nations, Turkey, I don't know. I guess Turkey will probably jump in on this one. All of them are staring down at Assad and his murderous regime that's been going on for his 12 years and 32 years before that with his father. Let me just read this to you real fast. Investigators have identified a previously unknown complex in northwest part of Syria, bolstering suspicions of nuclear ties between Assad's regime and the father of Pakistan's atomic bomb. Do we have a connection here with Pakistan and Syria? Were they working together to create a nuke? Let me tell you, there's some other stuff going on. Let me look real quick here. And that came to me from James McKay. I want to thank him. Also, Reverend Gary Pitzer sent some information to me. This new suspected nuclear complex has been exposed in Syria, while Palestinians aim to join 16 other UN agencies. Turkey is working to impose the Libyan model on Syria. So as Palestine, the Palestinians are trying to join up with some other agencies, and they just became part of the community at the United Nations. They're not a state, but it was voted in. They're now part of the community. It's just one step, trying to become a state without a peace agreement with Israel. Well, okay, but what land you going to live in? Where are you going to live at? Israel? You can what, take 40% of Israel? We're going to go back to the 1967 borders and split Jerusalem in half? Are you serious? Are we talking Psalms 83? When there's a confederacy where these nations would come against Israel and form a confederacy, a conspiracy, and consult one with another to wipe Israel off the map, no longer be remembered as the name of Israel? That sounds like Ahmadinejad of Iran. Oh, and speaking of Ahmadinejad of Iran, his parliament has summoned him. They might want to impeach this guy. Well, wouldn't that be good riddance to bad rubbish? What? But the Ayatollah Khomeini, the supreme leader there in Iran, says, I don't know, we need peace. How are you guys going to have peace when you run around cutting hands off and fingers off and poking people in the eye? I don't know. Threatening to bomb Israel every other day. Don't get me started, okay? I'm having a good day. I promised I wouldn't get upset. I got angry enough with those 13 Mayan elders packing those 13 crystal skulls trying to curse America. Going to show up, I guess, in Los Angeles on 11/11/11, the same day that some high priestess from the goddess Isis, some fertility goddess, is going to hold a 3-day conference at Ebenezer Lutheran Church. What? Oh, and by the way, don't you know the fertility god was destroyed in Egypt during the plagues when Moses was there? They destroyed 10 different gods that the Egyptians believed in. Every plague destroyed a god. The devil has nothing new. He just comes back resurrecting the same old dead gods. And these Mayan elders are running around trying to open the portals, the gates of hell, and call back up the demon spirits. They call it the spirit of the cosmos. It's going to bring wisdom and understanding and enlightenment. What are they doing? This, folks, is all part of Bible prophecy. When you read the scriptures, if you go read Matthew 24, it'll tell you that all of these things, all of these signs, these wars and rumors of wars, and nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there'll be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places, but all these are the beginning of sorrows, and then some of you are going to be persecuted, some of you even cast into prison. Talking about the church now, even put to death. And it even says that there's going to be these false Christs and false prophets, and I'm going to consider everybody thinks when you hear the word false prophets, it's a Christian false prophet. No, we're going to have enough false Christ. No, these false prophets are people like the 13 Mayan elders. Those are false prophets. These John Edwards crossing over, speaking to the dead. Liars. They're operating in the familiar spirits. This medium from New Jersey, whatever this show is, she's seeing things. That's right. Because Satan's revealing them to her, but she's not operating in the spirit of God. That's the spirit of that's witchcraft. Folks, she's dealing with familiar spirits. Read it in the Bible in Samuel. It's called the Witch of Endor. And when she prophesied and gave a revelation of the spirit of the dead prophet Samuel, she called his spirit back from the ground and told King Saul how he could go fight the battle. You know what happened to King Saul? He got killed. They cut his head off. They nailed his body. They nailed him to a wall that very day. Don't be messing around with these witches and warlocks and sorceries and all these mediums and channeling and all this meditation. What are you talking about? Don't go around these conjuring up these spirits. Get out of that. Anyway, you guys don't want to hear about that. Okay, so I'll just tell you about Turkey. Turkey's got a plan to get rid of Assad. That's right. Turkey's Prime Minister Erdogan has decided that he holds the fate of President Assad in his own hands. It's been 8 months, actually 7, since the bloody crackdowns, and Bashar Assad is still standing. He's only still standing because NATO hasn't come in and put in a no-fly zone. Just as soon as NATO puts in a no-fly zone, it's going to get real ugly in Damascus and in Syria, all over Syria. He's just going around killing people right now who have no arms. Just wait, because Isaiah 17:1 tells us that destruction is coming to Syria. Somebody said to me, well, you know, that's the Old Testament. It's all been over with. Destruction? Syria's never become a ruinous heap. It's still a city. Isaiah 17:1 says it will be destroyed. Matter of fact, Hebrews chapter 10 says these words by Apostle Paul. For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually make the comers thereto perfect. The law of Moses, the Old Testament law and prophets, were shadows of the future to come. And some of these Old Testament scriptures have yet to be fulfilled. I'm going to ask you a question. Are you saved? The Middle East is going up in smoke, folks. The Middle East is burning. Lives are changing. Christ is coming. The coming apocalypse is upon us. The Antichrist is just getting ready to emerge. Are you saved? Would you give your life to Jesus Christ? You can do it by sending me a personal message right here. Just title it, I want to be saved. I want to be saved. We'll respond to you today. We'll help you find the Lord. I'll be right back. It's going to be a powerful day.